Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. It's now time for the specification and the road handling of the Subaru Impreza 2017. Completely redesigned, and they made some modification to the engine also. It's a 2.0 liter dual overhead cam DOHC, 16 valves, and that unique configuration of engine, they're still using it. It's horizontally opposed 4-cylinder Subaru Boxer engine. So you will have a lower center of gravity. It's supposed to remove some movement in the car when you're gonna enter a curve. And you still get that feeling that it's less refined, that noise coming out of this engine, but still they made some improvement. So it's a small gain over the last version that we have. It's 152 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. You've got 145 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. I'm kind of missing the old 2.5 liter engine right now. It was a little bit more powerful and more adapted to the size of the car that the Subaru Impreza is right now. You've got two choices of transmission, either a 5-speed manual, yes, a 5-speed, not a 6, or a CVT that they call the Linertronic. You've got the possibility to put it in manual mode and get a 7-speed function with steering wheel paddle shifters. And another point that I don't understand is why you can only get the CVT with the Sport Tech or Sport version of the Impreza. It's also strange that the EyeSight system don't work with a manual transmission. The best thing about the Subaru is its standard all-wheel drive system. The system will be different upon the transmission that you will choose. If you go for the 5-speed, it's going to be still a symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive system, but it's going to use a viscous coupling limited slip center differential. If you go with the CVT, that's going to be a symmetrical all-wheel drive, but it's going to be electronically controlled via a multiplate transfer clutch. The differential in the rear is open because back in the old days, my 2.5 RS had a limited slip, a mechanical one, and that was a good thing for all-wheel drive and those diagonal tests. You know about them, huh? Let's talk about road handling. Acceleration, well, it's not that great. I don't know why the engine doesn't give you the response that it should. It feels lazy and you only get a 4 horsepower gain versus the previous version. It's nothing to get excited about, and when you accelerate you hear that CVT noise. It feels like an airplane out there, but guess what? It isn't one because you're not rolling fast. You've got a great braking force though, and if you go for the Sport or the Sport Tech version, you will have bigger discs up in front. The regular version will have 10.9 inches and the Sport and Sport Tech will have 11.6. In the rear, 10.7 inches disc brake. You feel that it's strong, you feel that it's progressive, it's going to give you confidence even if you're rolling at high speed. The direction is feeling more precise than ever. It's fast and it's asking for less effort than it used to be. It's speed sensitive, it's electric power and rack pinion. You've got also that active torque vectoring system that will help you to get in and out of a curve with the Sport Tech edition that we have. There's a big change also in the chassis. You've got that platform that increased rigidity by as much as 70% when you compare it to the older version. That will significantly enhance the straight line stability, agility, and the ride comfort by suppressing some noise that you used to have in the older version. Vibration, you still feel them a little bit, but it's way better than it used to be for the Impreza. The suspension is also going to be different if you go for the fully equipped version. Even with the base, be careful because you don't have any stabilizer bar, so that's going to make them feel more slushy, more fluffy, and they even remove those rebound springs. The suspension up in front is going to be a McPherson strut with still lower L-arms, and in the rear you will get the double wishbone suspension. With the Sport Tech model, you've got both stabilizer bar, which is going to be the same size in front and in the rear. So how about general comfort? General comfort is okay with the car. You've got that great road handling, not strong acceleration, but the seat will hold you in place because you will like to get some curves with the car. The all-wheel drive system will work really well in winter, and that's probably one of the best features around here. When it comes to the interior, everything is easy access, everything is at the reach of a finger, and what I like also about the car is how well it got better over time. But still it needs to make some improvement to some little part right here, just like my vent that I push back into places. and because of the heat, it will pops out. I know this car has been implicated in an accident. I don't know if it's the result, but hey, if your car you heard it? If your car have the same problem, feel free to share in the section down there below. So let's talk about security, because you've got a lot of security feature in that Subaru Impreza. You've got the rear view camera, which is really clear and it's gonna give you information on how close you are to an object. The EyeSight system, that big thing right here, you can see it. It's gonna even appear on my camera right now. With that, you've got pre-collision braking, pre-collision brake assist, pre-collision throttle management, adaptive cruise control, lane sway warning, lane departure warning. You've got the lead vehicle start alert, you've got high beam assist, lane keep assist, and you even got the RAB, which is a reverse automatic braking system. So if you move in a tight parking space, you probably miss an object. If you're near an impact, the car will simply brake for you. And I also love the display that we have right now in the new Impreza, showing you all those systems who are turned on or off. The car is also equipped with steering responsive headlights. The equipment is fine, but the chassis is also really important. The crash energy absorption improved by 40% over the outgoing Impreza model. So that's a major improvement when it's come to protection of the occupants. You've got an advanced ring-shaped reinforcement frame, and you've got a tons of airbag all around the car, including knees airbag. So the car feels really secure. They aced the crash test, and believe me, by experience, I got hit by a car on the side with one of the older version of my personal Impreza that I bought, and I'm still here today, and I can say that it's really sturdy and strong when it comes to resisting an impact. So let's talk about fuel consumption. You've got 6.5 on the highway, and it's rated at 8.4 liter by 100 in city. Oh, be careful, you will probably do over those numbers. With such an average power coming out of the engine, you will always step on it. You will see a car coming around, you will floor it. You need to make a move on the highway, floor it, and that will result in a higher fuel consumption. 87 octane fuel is needed, and it's going to be 50 liters to fuel completely that car. So remember, whatever version of the Impreza you choose, you will have an all-wheel drive system, and that's a good thing when it comes to bad weather, when it comes to mud, sand, or even snow. So wherever you're living, if you need all-wheel drive system, this is one of the best cars to have right now at a good price. Comfort is improved, technology has improved. They still need to make some improvement to some finish and inside, but right now, the price, the build quality, and the all-wheel drive system is a perfect package for me. So what do you think about that? Feel free to comment that in the section down there below. Share your experience with us. Did you own an Impreza in the past? Do you think that this one is the better one that they did over time? Well, feel free to share that in the comment section. Do a thumbs up because you liked that video, and subscribe to Car Question because we will have a lot more video for you, the passionate about cars. Take care.